Good evening, welcome to Reality Check, where tonight we focus attention on the drama that is taking place in one of the country's most politically important states, Bihar. There are indications that Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar is in a bit of a bind. Does he protect his government and the mahagathbandhan by going soft on the charges against Lalu Yadav and his son? Or does he retain his position as being really tough on corruption? Now today, Nitish hinted that the surest way of ally Lalu Yadav saving the government is the resignation of his son. But the Deputy Chief Minister Tejashwi Yadav is defiant. He says he is not going to quit. The RJD has backed him, saying he's not going to quit. There's no credible evidence against him. And we had this rather interesting war of words between Tejashwi Yadav and the top BJP leader, Sushil Modi.
14-15 साल उम्र होगी, हम गलत काम करेंगे। जब मेरा मूछ भी नहीं आया था तो हम गलत काम करेंगे। ये पॉलिटिकली वेंडेटा के
जिस समय वो जमीन के मालिक बने उस समय निमुच्छा नहीं थे, उसमें दाढ़ी भी थी और मोछ भी थी।
Okay, now the broader question, of course, is whether the Mahagathbandhan itself is in some sort of trouble or not. Now, both Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi have called Nitish Kumar in the last 24 hours. Nitish has confirmed his support in the vice president's poll. That's important because you will recall Nitish's support to the BJP's presidential choice had frayed ties a week or two back. Nitish has also been telling since July the 3rd that the Congress must set an alternative narrative. Now, we're not quite sure whether that's what Rahul Gandhi or Sonia Gandhi have told him, but that's what he feels. The crux of the entire issue, of course, is how seriously the JDU wants to take those corruption charges. Sources have indicated that Nitish Kumar has set a 72-hour deadline to determine the government's future. Sources have also indicated that Nitish wants Tejashwi to resign by Saturday. Now, it's not quite clear whether that's going to happen or not, but let's just pause for a minute or two before I introduce all the guests, and we've got all the major players, all four players there in Bihar, joining us on this particular show. But before I go across to them, let's just take a look at the numbers in Bihar right now. Here are the numbers. They're coming up for you on the screen. Now remember, 243 seats. Halfway mark is 122. This is the current scenario. Now today, RJD plus JDU adds up to 151, and when you're adding the Congress as well, there's absolutely no problem. It's a very, very comfortable and a very stable government just between these two, not even including the Congress. Now, if Nitish Kumar ditches the JDU and the Congress to tie up with the BJP, he then ends up with 71 plus 53 or 124 seats. That's just over the halfway mark. Exactly the same thing, by the way, happens if the BJP gives outside support to a Nitish Kumar government, with something which it has been hinted in the last couple of days by Nityananda and by others, that that's something which the BJP may just think about doing. All right, let me just go across to our guests to see whether any of this is going to happen, and also the national implications of all of this. We are being joined by Dr. Naval Kishore, who's the spokesperson of the RJD. Pawan Verma, senior leader of the JDU, is going to be joining us to tell us what exactly you're thinking of doing. Devesh Thakur of the BJP is with us. Sanjay Jha is with us from the Congress party. And in a little while, we'll be going to be hearing from Sushil Modi, also one of the senior most leaders of the BJP there in Bihar. We're going to be hearing from him in just a couple of minutes. But why don't I start with you, Pawan Verma? I was saying a couple of minutes back, Nitish Kumar seems to be in a bind. Does he stake this government, the Mahagathbandhan, which took a lot of time to put together, and also the implications of the Mahagathbandhan for 2019 and for 2020? Is he going to put all of that at stake, or is he going to be putting at stake his reputation as somebody who is an anti-corruption crusader? What's he going to do?
Let me answer your question, Vikram, briefly. First of all, is where corruption is concerned and where the issue of probity in public life is concerned, Nitish Kumar's stand has always been uncompromising. He has had a zero tolerance to corruption, and his own life, as can be witnessed by anyone who knows him personally or publicly, has been a model of integrity. Now, the party has come out with a stand, which is that if there are allegations that have been made against senior leaders of the RJD, including the Deputy Chief Minister, they should place the facts, if they believe these allegations are untrue, in the public realm. In other words, give a point-by-point rejoinder and rebuttal, so that the perception is that these allegations are not true until proven. Because we believe in the coalition dharma. But part of that coalition dharma also is that the coalition itself has an image which is that of probity. Now this message has been given by the JDU.
Can I just take that on a little further, just to get more amplification? You're right. Nitish Kumar has staked a lot of his political career on that reputation of probity, and that in some extent seems to be in doubt right now. Is there any sort of a deadline, any sort of a ultimatum that is given to the RJD that you must come clean on this, you must come out and make the facts known in this, otherwise I'm going to take whatever steps I need to take? Has he given that ultimatum?
Well, your voice is not the clearest, Vishnu, but Vikram, but what I can say is that no ultimatum has been given in terms of a non-negotiable deadline. We have not asked for a resignation because at this moment the entire campaign is in the nature of an allegation. An FIR has been filed, but there is no charge sheet even. So we have said to the RJD that it's in the interest of the mahagathbandhan and the RJD itself that it provides, apart from a generalized condemnation of this investigation into their financial affairs, a point-by-point, factually based rebuttal and rejoinder.
Okay, I got you. Let me just throw that question then to the RJD. Dr. Naval Kishore, even today what we heard from Tejashwi Yadav essentially saying, I was only 14 years old, how could I have been involved in corruption when I was just 14 years old? Well, actually the answer to that very simply is, it was his father. So, you know, you could have always taken assets and put them into his name, whether he was 14 or 10 or 11 or even 8. But the point that is being made by the JDU is it is perfectly possible. I'm not saying it's not possible that there could be a political vendetta against the RJD or against anybody else for that matter. But what he says is, if these charges are wrong, come out and rebut them point by point, put the facts of the matter into public domain so that you're not embarrassing them. That essentially, if I summarize him correctly, is what Pawan Verma is saying that Nitish Kumar is telling you. What's wrong in doing that, putting the facts out there in public domain?
Very true, and we are doing that. In fact, this initiative or this event is totally a fit case of political vendetta. Therefore, we need to rebut in the public life that since Lalu Yadav has taken up the responsibility of uniting opposition against this government, which is totally anti-people, this action has come with full speed only once the declaration has been made by Lalu Yadav at Rajgir in the training camp. So first part is, since it is a fit case of political vendetta, we have rebutted. So far as
rebuttal, I think the point that Pawan is making is the point that Pawan Verma is making is your rebuttals are more general. It's more, yeah, it's political vendetta. You need to say, here are the 10 charges that have been made. Here is the reason why the 10 charges are wrong. That's what you need to do. Otherwise, it's just random statements. Look, how long has the fodder scam, for example, been going on? Still to hear a very convincing rebuttal point by point from you.
No, in fodder scam also, what was proven, DA case he was acquitted. Only the case of 120B, in which he is still fighting. And you will find that BJP, where are so many leaders who against whom charges are framed in 120B, including Uma Bharti and Kalyan Singh, the BJP has not taken any steps so far as resignation of those people have taken place. Okay. So we are just saying that when ED, CBI and income tax, they are only pointing their fingers to opposition, because it is not simple coincidence that CBI is active only in Delhi, in Bengal, in Tamil Nadu and in Bihar. And so far as the cases against the BJP leaders are concerned, be it Madhya Pradesh Vyapam or Chhattisgarh or Lalit Gate or so many cases, BJP is completely silent. CBI is completely silent. Therefore, we are saying that is a fit case of political vendetta.
Okay, so Devesh Thakur, let me get you in on that point.
Just 1 second. So
Devesh Thakur, let me get you in on that point.
Giving the details
Yeah, what
we have already.
Yeah, one sec. Devesh Thakur, point that RJD is making is it's political vendetta. How is it that the CBI and the ED and the tax guys only seem to be going after the opposition or people whom the government doesn't like?
Well, that is a general excuse given by all those who are cornered these days. That it's the BJP government which is cornering us. This is political vendetta. This is a conspiracy to malign our image. And this, we have been hearing this since very long. There's nothing new in this. And this is the only rebuttal they can give because point by point evidence has been collected by the CBI, by the ED and the income tax authorities. As you see, the family members of that family are still I think even now they are being investigated right at this moment when we are speaking. So it is better to go and clear yourself with the ED and the income tax and the CBI than giving all this political vendetta humbug to the whole country. I mean, you have it is on record. It is on record that you have given railway hotels to lease on someone, and that someone has given land to someone who is very close to you. At that time, respected Tejashwi was a minor, and then that particular land was donated by that someone who is close to you. Then later to the Lalu family. By that time, Tejashwi had become a senior. So where is the question of vendetta in this? It's all on record. Have you ever denied this?
Okay, Dr.
Have you ever denied this? There's no question of vendetta.
Dr. Navakishore, those specific charges that are coming, is there a rebuttal to them?
When Mr. Narendra Modi and Amit Shah were being hounded by the UPA government as far as the Gujarat matters were concerned. Where were you then? Where was no one from the BJP talked about political vendetta?
Let's allow him to answer. You made some specific charges. I'm going to allow him to answer that. Then I'm going to get Sanjay Jha in.
Please do that.
Dr. Navakishore, answer that.
Political vendetta.
Dr. Navakishore.
Yes, I am saying, I am saying that these cases is cases of more than 11 years ago, and they came to 2014. They came to power in 2014. Why it is a simple coincidence that when Lalu Yadav takes the initiative to unite opposition in May first week, and this all cases started then. So there is a reason to believe that whatever they are doing, it is a product of political vendetta, because they were failing on all other front. And when Lalu Yadav has reflected those things in May 2017, they have come actively in. They have come in active force action.
Okay, can I just turn to Sanjay Jha? Hang on. I think a lot of these are facts that are very tough to settle one way or the other on a television program. They have to be settled though one way or the other, which is the point that Pavan Verma was making. Sanjay Jha, let me just get you in on a slightly bigger issue. What is at stake in Bihar, and the Congress is a junior partner out there, but if you take a look at the map of the country, I'm just going to put up a map of the country to tell you why it is particularly crucial, I guess, for the Congress party and anybody else who's hoping for opposition unity to somehow try and sort this out and not allow Nitish Kumar to go into the hands of the NDA or go and tie up with the BJP in some form or the other. Look at the map of India. Actually, most of the map of India right now is BJP ruled if you look at it state by state. In the remaining areas, Nitish Kumar is of course still there. You've got West Bengal where there's various issues that are taking place. Odisha, there are some signs that perhaps the BJP could be getting closer to the BJP out there. Telangana, KCR is sounding soft on them. Tamil Nadu is the AIDMK inching. So if you look at the map of India, there are very few areas that are not right now either BJP or people trending towards the BJP. So I'm trying to ask you, Sanjay Jha, the importance of keeping Nitish Kumar on the side of the opposition as opposed to allowing him to go across to the NDA. But, by the way, it looks as there are strong chances it could happen.
Vikram, I see this map coming up very often. I'll just make one quick point on that. If you divide the map, even if it's a BJP ruled, by the vote share in respective states, you will find that the map will have a much different color. Anyway, to answer your larger question, recognize one reality that the vote in 2015 by the people of Bihar was an emphatic and a comprehensive victory for the mahagathbandhan of the RJD, JDU and the Congress. And I think the BJP was routed, and this was at the peak time of the so-called Modi wave. Now the truth is, I think the BJP is hurting.
If in 2019 Nitish is not with you and is with the BJP?
Well, let me answer that. I mean, the other fact is, I think, what Pavan already stated. I mean, let's look at the ground realities. the Gathbandhan is doing good work in Bihar, Vikram, on all social, economic and even law and order parameters. I think the fundamental point of political vendetta is very obvious. I think Dr. Naval Singh already mentioned it. The several, BJP leaders who are totally being, protected by the CBI, which is doing nothing at all. Now, the fundamental point is that Mr. Lalu Prasad Yadav is the linchpin behind this entire, opposition unity, and there's going to be a BJP Bhagao Desh Bachao rally on August 27th. I think the BJP at this moment, with monumental failures on several fronts, particularly in national security and the economy, would not like to see that kind of a voice happening. I mean, end of day, let me tell you something, Vikram. Don't underestimate the fact that in politics, things change rather dramatically and quickly. The BJP today, despite all the propaganda, publicity and PR they do, are on a weak ground on many fronts.